Hey Aquarius, welcome to your second half of June reading, not really date or time specific. So if you stumble upon it and it speaks to you, then it is very likely your reading. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider joining us here, subscribing, liking, sharing. And for those beautiful Aquarians who are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate your continued support of the channel more than I could possibly say. Okay, so I'm pulling here two cards, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine from Spirit Animal Oracle. This is a general reading for the collective of Aquarian Sun and Rising signs. If it doesn't happen to resonate, you can, and you're here as the Aquarian Sun, you can go check out the reading that aligns with your rising sign, or watch the readings that align with the Sun or Rising of your divine counterpart. Okay, that's that. So let's go ahead and pull two cards. Dear Aquarius, I know you are the last but not least of this series, but you were up first the last time, or in the very beginning, at the beginning of the month. So I kind of move you to the end, and that's how the rotation works. Just in case you were wondering what happened there. Porcupine Spirit, Masculine gets Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. Right? Looking at the situation with fresh eyes, that innocence of something new. Beginner's mind is also the Fool, right? So I like that. And that is card 48. 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So it does feel a little bit co-creative, because time for beginner's mind means that you have to count on other people to expand your awareness and horizons and your understanding. Feminine gets Chameleon Spirit, act as if. I love that. Act as if. Yep. Wow. Card 14, 1 and 4 is 5. That connotes a little bit of change, possibly some destabilizing energy. It is, the 5s are a period of growth too, though. We grow as we change, and as changes come our way and force us to kind of recalibrate. We do have 5 planets retrograde right now. Mercury went retrograde, but Venus then stationed direct. And we just have, right as I'm reading this, Mars is moving into Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, so there's a comfort zone there. And Mars being in Aries, usually it's only about 2 months, about 60 days, but it's going to be 6 months. Because it's in Aries and it's going to retrograde, and then it's going to go back. It's going to move almost out of Aries and then retrograde back in. So that is all about action taking, energy, motivation, ignition of ideas, inspiration. So what you want to do to find out how it's going to impact you for the next 6 months is go find Aries on your natal chart. Right? On the outside, you see all the signs, and then zoom in to see what house Aries is in. Mine is split between 2 houses. That's that house, whatever that house covers, whatever aspect of life it covers, that's where you will most likely see impacts from this cosmic shift, from this transit. And it should be in a good way. So, for example, I have it in the 9th and 10th houses. So the 9th house, house of transformation, here we are, in the psyche, and the 10th house of career. So any actions I take in those areas, anything I'm trying to transform in my life, or anything I'm trying to achieve here in my career, if I focus on it and take action on it, it will likely serve me very well. So that's just my little example, sharing a little bit of my personal insights into that. Okay, this is just for you, Aquarius. 1 card from Sacred Traveler. Embracing enthusiasm. Perfect. Shout to the heavens with happiness. especially if Aries is in the 2nd house of wealth. Okay, shout to the heavens. For some of you, you will have really nice placements for that. But it is about embracing your enthusiasm. This is a perfect time to do it. That feels very good to me. Act as if, feminine, and time for beginner's mind. Okay. I get it. I'm just trying to keep that in mind for the reading. All right, let's see what's up with you, Aquarius. What is up in your sacred divine connections? Wow. So masculine shows up in the, and feel free to reverse the energies if you need to. In other words, this whole side I'm going to speak about a masculine, this whole side I'm going to speak about a feminine. But if you say the whole reading was right, but she had the energies reversed, just flip it. Does not invalidate the reading. Knight of Cups, masculine showing up ready to move toward love or wanting to move toward love. Temperance for the feminine, patience, balance. Also a bit of alchemy, right? That is part of that act as if. It's almost as if you kind of read the room and make sure that you're tempering your own energies to try to elevate the situation. It is Sagittarian energy, so that's a little bit of fire. Knight of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Very emotional, but this is a card of romance, the Knight of Cups. Okay. With the Queen of Cups. Wow. Wheel of Fortune, sure. Three of Pentacles, there's the three working together. Some healing or reflection in the past for the feminine. Laying down a burden, but waiting for the right opportunity to do that, or the right timing. Yeah, Taurian energy there in that Hierophant. Okay. So before I clarify, what I see here is the Knight of Cups is the present energy, and it feels like because the wheel, now we have Sagittarian energy twice. For some of you Aquarians, you'll be dealing with a Sagittarian or someone with a prominent placement in Sagittarius in their chart. Could be you too. You could have Sag rising. The Wheel of Fortune almost dictates when this knight can move. Because showing up in the energy of this, but the present experience of the connection is like letting go of the wheel. There's an energy of divine timing here. That this forward motion toward love and romance is it's almost already in progress. And it feels to me like this masculine just understands and is sort of going with it. In the past, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this Queen of Cups, all the queens have extra cups, all the kings have extra swords. So this is cups on cups. It is very highly emotional. It's the card of the empath, in my opinion, in the deck. Very intuitive, highly sensitive, very compassionate, high vibration love from this Queen of Cups. She does hold space. She is supportive. She can be a little bit of drama at times if the aspects, like we'll see when the cards come out to clarify, if things are kind of going a little sideways, can get very highly emotional. And so I know that we have that energy. Somebody who's, whether it is a water sign or not, may have a lot of water in their chart or just be prone to a lot of emotion. But we'll see when I clarify. And then going forward, now coming together to work together. Here's another card of alchemy. You, your divine counterpart in spirit, working together to create a masterpiece in this connection, right? To take it from something ordinary and make it something extraordinary. The feminine is all about waiting for that opportunity to lay down a heavy burden. End of a burdensome cycle here. That 10 of Wands is about a challenge, a heavy burden that this feminine has been carrying. In the past, there was healing or at least some reflection on what has gone on. I'm saying healing because I'm seeing a Queen of Cups that I believe is this feminine, regardless of sign. So it suggests to me that this masculine's experience with this feminine was at the height of their emotion, and the feminine was all about, I got to heal. I have to maybe pull back. The Four of Swords does pull back a bit. And now they're presently letting go of a burden and moving forward This Hierophant, very much about your beliefs, your values, what you stand for, your convictions, your personal convictions. And a lot of it has to do with commitment. Commitment in conventional relationship. What does it look like? What does it mean to you? So we're going to see here how that all shakes out going forward. But I see two people. I see this energy feels like this masculine is ready to work together in concert with the feminine. Interesting that both of these have church references. Stained glass window there on the Three of Pentacles with the Pope aspect of the Hierophant. Okay. Just saying they feel aligned and it feels more elevated, more spiritual. Not necessarily religious, just more spiritual. Knight of Cups. Sure, wanting to move toward a single person, the Nine of Pentacles. That is Virgo energy, may or may not be important, but it is somebody who's very independent, fiercely independent, making their own way in the world, doing very well for themselves, able to attract to them whatever they desire. They do struggle, though, in the love life arena. So it looks like this masculine wants to make an overture, romantic gesture toward this person who may be friend-zoning them. Wow. Yeah, like the Nine of Pentacles is looking at this Knight of Cups coming in with this Ace, right? It's being divinely offered here, and it's like, meh, yeah, not really interested. A little bit of friend zoning there. Could be a card of rejection as well. So we're going to have to hold on to both of those. Queen of Cups in the past. Excuse me. Wow, sure. This is all about commitment. In the past, the topic of commitment came up with this feminine who's in the energy of the Queen of Cups, is in high vibration love, is being very compassionate, or was, I should say, was being compassionate, was really coming from their heart. And that they had an agenda. That was the topic of discussion. Hierophant. And there's the healing card, which is where we are right here. So that makes sense to me. I'm going to pull this for those who are new. When I pull from under the deck, it's sort of what is bubbling up under the surface outside of conscious awareness of the person I'm reading for or about. So in this case, what was motivating this masculine is they just wanted to start small. It's like they have the pages are messengers. They have this little offer here, but it's not a lot. It can be a card of breadcrumbing. I don't think I see that here. What I think I see is a masculine who wasn't ready for all of this, okay? And was kind of saying, well, you know, this is the best that I can do. This is what I can offer. And it clearly was not enough. That's why we're in the energy of this person who's still single saying, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is clearly a reading so far about this couple elevating the connection through conventional committed relationship. Wheel of Fortune. Present experiences. Yeah, about divine time of answering the call of the connection. Second chances, forgiveness. This is a card of reunion with the past life soulmate. Delaying gratification. It's a sacrifice. You're darn right it's a sacrifice. Very strong energies here coming out on, I mean, we have 3 major arcana right now for this masculine. So I feel this is a big shift for this masculine, really recognizing that there's a sacred connection that's being divinely guided. That Wheel of Fortune turns in the favor of the next or whatever card lands on it expands it. This is a card of past life soulmate, recognizing what this connection is, the divinity of it, and then seeking the forgiveness, if not forgiveness, just maybe redemption for not seeing it earlier. So maybe not through any fault of the masculines, just not having recognized it at the time that it presented for the feminine, let's say. And so they're recognizing it now. And that brings about like the second chance, and yet they can't take any action. Whew. We have Sagittarius energy, we have Scorpio and Pisces, so pretty powerful. Hanged Man is about examining the situation from all different points of view with fresh eyes sometimes. It can also be beginner's mind sometimes because you're waiting for the enlightenment. You're not taking any action. It's as if you're saying, I don't know enough to know what to do next. It does feel like a sacrifice to this person though, because they want to move toward love. They want to take action toward the romance of it all, but they know that there's higher authorities guiding this connection. So they kind of have to wait. They do want the reconciliation though. That's what's motivating them. So they will wait for this reconciliation, probably until this feminine gives them the high sign that it's a go. Right now, there's not a strong response. I love the mirrored energy of the Four of Swords, though, in the past. Some healing has taken place. Three of Pentacles here going forward for this masculine. I love this card. Okay, turn the back on the drama. There's the Temperance. So I'll just say that sometimes the 8 is about walking away from an emotional entanglement, from an unfulfilling relationship or something unfulfilling at the emotional level. But other times it's going in search of, right? This person may not, it's not just that their back is to you, they may be going in search of. I like to think that this person ascending them is beginning the hermit's ascent up the mountain, right? For the self-growth, for the self-awareness. So I kind of feel like it's saying, I'm willing to work together with you, and let's both walk away from the the 8 of Cups is nice, but it isn't the 10. So I almost feel like the message here, what I'm seeing this masculine coming to is through their patience and their temperance and understanding that they kind of have to turn their back on something that wasn't very fulfilling and do the work. Do the work. It could also be that they're taking this journey on their own. Before they get into this connection to do the work, they have to have better self-awareness. So it's a little bit of both, but I can call it that way because of this Temperance card. Because either way, it is this masculine in the future saying, I know I need to be on the same page with this feminine. So the energy of the Temperance is looking at the other person and then saying, if I'm running too hot and they're running too cool, how do we both come to room temperature? I know that sounds a little silly, but that's what it is about, so that you stay in alignment with each other energetically. And it's happened again. We have some mirroring here. Beautiful feminine, Temperance. One foot in the water of their feelings, one foot on the solid ground of stability. Patience pays off. This feminine wants commitment. That's what it is. New beginnings, but that's a card of commitment. It's like, that's a put a ring on it card. Walk through that little hedge gate and you're in the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful energy in this. Yeah, ready to be life partner in feminine form. Queen of Pentacles. It is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but that's not what's important here. What's important is this feminine is all about the stability here in the 3D. Wants a committed connection. Isn't settling for anything else. Willing to stay alone and not pay this masculine any mind. I really feel that that's what I see happening. Masculine coming into the awareness of this connection, its sacredness, and moving into a healthier pattern. I'm saying healthier because I feel like this Hanged Man is giving them the perspective, giving them the perspective of the value of the work together. You, me, spirit, or the universe, whatever higher authority you turn to, and like kind of, you know, turning the back on the ordinary, on what's just okay, and really going in search of that 2 of Cups to bring back to make the 10, and using their patience, being able to track the energies of this feminine going forward. The feminine's all about, yeah, I want to settle down. Life partner. And is making a choice, is choosing the path here. 2 of Wands, looking out, seeing the paths before them, and in the energy underneath, remember, it's not quite in conscious awareness. I kind of think for this feminine it is, because they're in the energy of Temperance. So I think they're trying to hold off on making that choice. Am I going to stay in this connection, or am I just going to go on my own? Hasn't quite come to that point yet. In the past, we have the 4 of Swords again. They were very focused on coming up with a creative solution to a problem. 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles, to me, in relationship readings, is really about zeroing in on one issue that needs some work and attention, and giving some sustained effort and focus to it. And to me, it's all about commitment. 3 of Cups. Third party energy shows up. One more on this, please. More healing. So I get the impression that at this part of the program, yeah, see the feminine knew underneath. 4 Wands, feminine knew. Seeing this person as their twin flame soulmate. Likely when this masculine may have still been seeing either someone else or just dating in general. Doesn't have to be like a cheater situation. It could just be that this masculine was previously, you know, involved, dating more than one person at a time, which is perfectly normal. And this feminine was having none of it, and took the time, you know, was really trying to focus on it and heal from it. And maintaining hope, faith, and trust in the universe to grant the wish surrounding the twin flame energy, the life partner. This is a card of life partnership. Got a lot of that here. Wow. 10 of Wands. Present energy, present experience in this connection. 10 of Wands, laying down a heavy, heavy burden. I feel this feminine feels that they've carried most of the weight in the connection. Yeah. Something to do with, it could be, yeah. They're getting it right now. This feminine just is putting down a burden of third party energy that felt toxic and karmic. I think for this feminine that I'm speaking to, the burden they're laying down is they're not able to control the situation, whatever they perceive this masculine is doing with someone that they, the feminine, perceives to be a karmic energy. Really laying it down right now. Saying, yeah, I'm done with this. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm moving to calmer waters. Absolutely. And that's why the choice hasn't yet been made. The path hasn't, let me correct that. The path hasn't necessarily been chosen with regard to what this feminine will decide to do, what path with regard to the masculine, but what they have already decided is they're not going to carry the burden anymore of whatever toxic third-party energy exists. They're moving on to calmer waters. And when I say toxic, I really like, it's karmic, it's negative karmic energy. That's what I'm seeing here. Negative karmic energy from wherever it's coming from. For whatever it's about. This Three of Cups and the Three of Swords can be, you know, an addiction. It can be workaholism. It can be a family member. It could be somebody who doesn't agree that these two should be a couple and get married or be committed. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be that the masculine stepped out. That's not what I'm seeing here. It's not what I'm saying. I do see a masculine who is very well aware of this connection. I don't see any third party stuff on the masculine side. What I see on the feminine is there's something that's interfering, that is inserting itself in this connection, that is keeping these two from coming together in committed connection here in this incarnation. So it is for you to decide by your storyline. This is a general reading for the collective. So what is that third party? Feminine saying, that's negative karma. I don't want any part of it. I'm moving on. Calmer waters. That 10 is not just laying it down. It is the end of that challenging cycle. So it feels like it's being dealt with right now for many of you. Hierophant, what will be beneficial? Standing up for what's going to be beneficial for both parties here. Balance, fairness, equal give and take, reciprocity in that Six of Pentacles. Oh, I love it. I love this. I'm going to tell you all about it in a minute. Okay. So for this feminine going forward, there is a slow, look at all the earth. We have Taurus and we have two earth energy cards here. The Six of Pentacles is about balance. Sixes are balance. We have a Six of Swords, balance of the mind, Six of Pentacles, balance right here in the 3D in your everyday lives. Then we've got this Knight of, and it's in a way that's beneficial to both parties. Then we have this Knight of Pentacles, taking action, yes, but slowly, methodically, deliberately, with a plan. And it all has to do with commitment. So taking a stand, yes. Standing for what you believe in, yes. But it feels like this whole storyline is about commitment. And how do I know that? Because end of a painful chapter and major transformation will be underway. There is a slow move into this energy of something more committed. And that's where we began over here, where things kind of went a little sideways, where for whatever reasons that could not unfold as desired. And now I see the end of the burden and the end of the painful chapter and a major transformation. And I think it's not really a transformation of a person as much as it's a transformation of the connection. Because this is also a card of, you know, alchemy, a transformation in that Three of Pentacles. So, right, taking this regular relationship, perhaps this everyday connection, and elevating it to the next level, but something's been in the way. Something has been in the way. Okay, dear beautiful Aquarius, if this is your storyline, follow me to the extended. The link is right below in the top sentence or two in the description box. I'm pulling 3 cards, and I'm going to pull the 2 of you together and look more closely at your energies combined. Then there will be messages to and from each other. Masculine's message to the feminine, something they are trying to say energetically. They're not speaking it. Feminine's message, what they're not saying but trying to communicate energetically to the masculine. Aquarius, I will pull 1 card for you from your higher self, spirit, or the universe, meaning what's the message coming through? It can be advice, clarification, confirmation of something we've already seen. It can also be a warning, something you need to watch out for. And then what can you expect going forward in the outcome position? All those cards will be clarified. So I hope to see you there in a second. Otherwise, Aquarius, stay safe, well, and healthy, and I'll see you in a future reading. Okay, bye, dears.